How's it going, everyone? It is Andre Williams, and over here we talk stocks. We focus on one thing: always protect your profits. And today we're going to be talking about BBIG. I've been getting those questions. Dre, do you see this stock going back to $3 for the coming week? So you know what? We'll talk about it further in this video. I won't waste any more time. Let's jump into the agenda. If you're new to this channel, I just want to let you know we have timestamps down below inside the description. But if you're a shareholder or you're thinking about taking a position, I highly suggest you watch this full entire video. So the first thing we're going to go over is the technical analysis. We're going to be taking a look at the overall price action. We want to know support. We want to know resistance. We want to know what it looks like in the bearish case scenario and as well as in the bullish case scenario. And then we're going to be going on Fintel, taking a look at the recent institutional ownership and short interest information. The reason why this is important because it does have an impact on the way the stock performs. And then we're going to be taking a look at the order flow distribution. We want to know the buying and the selling behavior on the retail side and as well as on the institutional side. And then when all of that is done, we'll be going into the final thoughts and as well as some more details. So let's get to it. So we're going to do a technical analysis for BBIG. Let's see how it performed on Friday. So it ended up closing at $2.64, being down 3.65%. On the low, it tested $2.61, and then on the high, testing $2.79. When we take a look at the volume stats on the day, you can see we traded at 15.496 million shares, and the average volume over 10 trading days is at 25.145 million shares. So we did have below average volume on the day, and it's part of the reasons why we've seen a pullback in the stock. Now, when we take a look at our chart, which is a daily chart, you can see from the RSI down below, it is at 41.39. And then when we take a look at our moving averages on our chart, we are below the 200-day, the 100-day, the 21-day EMA, and as well as for the 50-day. So yes, we are in a bear market with BBIG. We have been seeing there has been a lot of volatility as well. So going into tomorrow, what I want to see, we ended up seeing a high of $2.79 on the Friday. So I want to see a push above this level, and then essentially I want to see us get back to $3. I feel this is very doable, especially if Monday looks strong overall. But keep in mind, we could easily have some resistance right here at the 50-day, which is right around $3.06, and we could see the 21-day EMA. Once we can get price action across these two major moving averages, this is where I want to see BBIG get to around $3.30, and you guys know I want to see us get above $3.84. If we end up seeing weakness inside of the stock, then the next pullback level, we did test $2.61, so we could possibly get all the way back down here to around $2.41. So just keep that in mind, and if you are going to be going in as far as for a swing, you want to make sure you have your stop losses in place. We also can't forget the fact back here on February the 24th, we saw a pretty serious low where we got down here to the $2.20 range. So be cognizant of that, but I'm expecting big things from BBIG. Let's see if we can get back above $3 for this coming week. So let's move on to the short interest information. So we're going to take a look at the recent institutional ownership and short interest information for BBIG. Scrolling down on the page, green rows indicate new positions while red rows indicate closed positions. So when we take a look at the recent filings for the 25th, we have SPGM that purchased 7,288 shares, and we also have Defiance Digital Revolution ETF that purchased 85,662 shares, and then we also have Jet SX that purchased 1,543 shares. Now, when we take a look at the short interest, the off-exchange short volume ratio is at 46.80%, and then for the off-exchange short volume, it is just over 4.15 million shares. Scrolling down further on the page, the short shares availability is at 2.1 million, updated 24 minutes ago, and then for the short borrow fee rate, it is at 27.81%. And then when we take a look at the recent short volume, we can see for the close of the 24th, it was at 43.44. And then for the close of the 25th being at 46.80. So one thing that remains clear, BBIG does have short squeeze potential. And we also see noticeable differences when it comes to the short borrow fee as well. So continue to keep this play on your radar. So now let's move on to the order flow distribution. Now let's take a look at the order flow distribution for BBIG. So we see on the inflow, it is at 9.58, and then on the outflow, it is at 9.51. So we had an inflow day. Keep in mind, these numbers are in the millions. Taking a look at the breakdown, on the large, it was 0.17. On the medium, it was 6.88. And then on the small, it was 2.53. Taking a look at the outflow side, you can see on the large, it was 0.61. On the medium, it was 6.15, and then on the small, it was 2.75. Taking a look at the large scale orders in the last 5 days, you can see for the Friday that just passed, it was a negative outflow of 436,000, just a little bit over that. On the 24th, though, we ended up having an inflow of just under 621,000. Now, when we analyze the numbers for the small scale orders that tends to represent the retail side, we had more selling than we had buying. It was still fairly close. But on the medium, we had more buying than we had selling. And then for the large, represents whales, institutions, or funds, we had more selling than we had buying. And then when we take a look at the turnover ratio, it was at 11.30%. So this is getting better for BBIG over time. So what this is showing us, many are holding on to their positions. Yes, we still have traders coming in and out of the play, but there still shows us that the buying will pick up when we start seeing more momentum coming in. And that's why I say you want to keep this play on your radar. So now let's get into the final thoughts, and we'll go over some more details as well. So for my final thoughts for BBIG, when we take a look at the technicals, we see that there was a double bottom on the chart, and this is why I'm saying if we end up having a pullback below the key levels, especially under 250, that's where I might be a little bit concerned. But if we can hold up above 260, that's where I want to see us getting back to $3 for this week. I think it is very doable, and you guys know the next levels from there. If we can get to $3, reclaim it, have that support, we can make that move going to 330, and then holding 330, we look for that next move going to 360. And if we can get above 360, then we want to get past that last resistance level right at $3.84, so we can make that move to $4. Will this happen in the span of a week? I am not seeing it, but if it does, then of course you guys know exactly what the game plan would look like, but it has to get past those levels that I talked about. But I do want to see us reclaim back 3 and just consolidate for that next move up, or when we get some news in regards to the next catalyst. Also, when we went on Fintel, taking a look at the short interest information, it does continue to have short squeeze potential. Plus, on top of that, we have seen a noticeable difference in regards to the short borrow fee rate. So there could have been some covering going on, especially since we haven't been seeing enough buying volume. It's a perfect opportunity for shorts to close out some positions. But one thing that is still very clear, I feel if we have that buying pressure coming in and we're seeing a lot of strength inside of the market, then this stock will make that move, and it's why I'm saying we should be able to go back to $3 this week. But aside from all of that, yes, I know the chart does look bearish, but it's very easy for BBIG to make a turnaround. It is in support areas at the current price levels, and this is why you have to do your homework, do your due diligence. Know what you want your entry to be, and also know what your exit's going to be, and make sure you use the right risk management. And in regards to risk management, I'm talking about a stop loss. And this is going to be different for everyone, but you just need to make sure that the reward is going to be a lot higher than the risk, because if the risk is higher than the reward, it is just not worth it. So I hope you guys enjoyed this video, and I can't wait to see how this stock performs for this coming week. We'll talk soon.